Back here now talking with our Hogville.net basketball insider, that is Kevin McPherson. And we already talked hoops in this show, but not with Kevin, so let's get to this. Kevin, when you think that Arkansas, of course, is on a track right now where you talk about how resilient they've been. 82-78, they get the win against Alabama. Let's start with Mason Jones, 30 points in that game. And you kind of wonder, what if, right? Because he was just 6 of 13 from the charity stripe.
Well, but he hit his last two with 7 seconds left, and that expanded a one-possession game to 2. So Arkansas was 9 of 10 in the last 2 minutes. That was big because they didn't really shoot well for the game. But Mason Jones, back-to-back 30-plus point games, a double-double in that loss to South Carolina. But here's a guy that I think will, we won't be surprised tomorrow if he's named SEC Player of the Week for the 3rd time this season. He's definitely in the conversation, I think, right now as we near the midpoint of league play. Conversation for SEC Player of the Year. But you look, he had his 27 points by the midway point of the second half, and that's where I think in the past Arkansas was 0-3 when he scored 30 plus or more in the SEC games. But you saw guys like Jimmy Witt, Jaylen Harris, Reggie Chaney step up and give some support to him, and so it was the first time he's hit that 30 mark and Arkansas's won a league game. But big time performance once again by Mason Jones. Yeah,
quickly on Witt, because he had 26, and that's just a couple days removed from being knee in the calf.
Yeah, Arkansas was fighting with 3 guys injured. We know about Isaiah Joe and his knee. We know that Desi Seals turned his ankle in the loss to South Carolina and had to come out for a little bit in that game and played hobble the rest of the way there. And then Jimmy Witt, we learned, sustained a calf injury. For him to come up big like he did, we know he's a mid-range assassin, and that's exactly what he did. He also finished at the basket. Alabama kind of dared him to get all the way in. They didn't want him to score as much in the mid-range, but he did good finishing at those 2 levels. And he made his free throws, but I really think Jimmy Witt, again, Jaylen Harris, 5 big points out of his 11, playing off the bench. That gave Arkansas the lead for good in the closing minutes. That 3-pointer that he hit extended a 2-point lead, or excuse me, a 1-point lead that he'd given Arkansas at the free throw line. But that big 3-pointer made it a 2-possession game, and really Arkansas led the rest of the way.
Yeah, a couple more notes. Chaney, 8 points, 11 boards. The Hogs' defense forced a lot of turnovers. You saw what Arkansas did. 8 of their 11 steals in the first half alone on that one. Let's talk recruiting as we close here. An update on the Fantastic Four. About 4 months away from getting into the dorm rooms there at Arkansas. Let's start with Moses Moody. Double figures against IMG Academy and McPherson. What's going on with Moses?
Well, Moses at Montverde finished the season #1 in the country, the regular season. Now, they'll play in the Geico National Championship Tournament in a month or so. But 25-0, they won by an average margin of 39 points. And a lot of folks around the country who follow this high school, this level of basketball, say this might be the best team ever. He was a starter on that team and a big contributor, obviously. But congratulations to Moses and Montverde Academy out of Florida on such a great season. And then you look at Kaylin Robinson out of Bryant that plays at Oak Hill Academy. Oak Hill's been ranked as high as #2 recently, and he had a couple of really big games on national television. One to help Oak Hill win the prestigious Bass Pro Tournament of Champions in Springfield, Missouri. And a couple of days later, he was in the Hoop Hall Classic, another prestigious event, and made the all-tournament team after scoring 24 points on 9 of 10 from the field shooting, and that included 4-4 from 3. But those 2 guys, had a lot of success this season, even though they had left the state. Moses in his 2nd year at Montverde, K.K. Robinson in his 1st year at Oak Hill. Both of them had strong seasons on a national level.
Okay, I'll give you 20 seconds to close. Jaylyn Williams and obviously Devontae Davis, good ones as well.
Jaylyn Williams, every night out in Arkansas, #2 in Fort Smith Northside. Every night out, the big 6'10" stretch 4 is getting 20 points and 10 rebounds. You can count on it. And then Devontae Davis, Devo, had 3 consecutive triple-doubles, and then Friday night he hit a game winner at the buzzer to beat a good Maumelle team as Jacksonville stays unbeaten in its league.
Great stuff. Kevin McPherson from Hogville.net. We have baseball to talk about. That is after the break here on the Pig Trail.